Hey guys, it's Julian, and what is a man? And what makes him manly? Well, the answer is simple. A man lives like Larry. And how does he do that? By living like Larry.
By living like Larry.
Living like Larry.
Living like Larry.
Season 6, Episode 8 of SpongeBob SquarePants is titled A Life in a Day. It follows SpongeBob and Patrick trying to live like Larry. Larry being Larry the Lobster, a man that women want to be with and men want to be. Living like Larry is a clear euphemism for being a man's man, and Patrick does these death-defying stunts throughout the entire episode to try to prove that he too can live like Larry. And although SpongeBob tries to convince Patrick that caving into these societal pressures are futile, he eventually becomes wrapped up in the masculine facade that performing these stunts can earn him. The episode ends with Patrick and SpongeBob performing their most dangerous stunt yet, and as Larry the Lobster attempts to save them from certain death, the captivating dogma that was living like Larry puts the three of them in the emergency room. The lesson here being that living like Larry isn't about killing yourself over being cool, but instead about living life to the fullest. What makes Larry cool is that he lives like Larry. What makes him a good character is that he lives life to the fullest. However, as a kid, my takeaway was that stunts are awesome and that I should double backflip off of the monkey bars in front of all of my elementary school classmates. Give me a break, I was a little boy, my media literacy skills weren't all that great, and I would always analyze things at the surface level because my duty little boy brain. Larry the Lobster, Batman, Tyler Durden, and the Wolf of Wall Street. All of these characters are written to exemplify one core ideal, but their facades are misconstrued for the actual ideals that they're written to push. All of this because there are a bunch of teenagers in the world and a lot of grown men with duty little boy brains. In this video, I'm going to talk about how our typical masculine characters have a lot more going on when you read between the lines, and how boys my age can't see past a fancy car, a six-pack, or a rugged personality. They're the ones clapping for the wrong reasons. I've divided our characters into 4 categories, and I'll start with the easiest one. Now, it's hard to blame somebody for not understanding the nuance behind a character like Kratos. I mean, his journey spans 5 games, and in each of those 5 games, his goal is pretty much to kill a god. So obviously, you're not going to think there's a lot of depth to his character. I mean, he ends the majority of his arguments like this. But at the end of the first 3 God of War games, Kratos has finished killing an entire pantheon of gods, and as he lies in a pool of his own blood and sorrow, he feels nothing but, well, just nothing. Killing gods didn't bring his family back, so for the final 2 games, he got a brand spanking new family and decided that he would protect them at all costs. And yes, that did mean killing many more gods. So let's take what we learned about Larry the Lobster and apply it to Kratos. Why is Kratos cool? Because he kills gods, that's why. But why is he a good character? Because he does it for his family. Aww. Kratos is misunderstood. He's a family man. And you know who else is misunderstood? Joel from The Last of Us. And you know who else is misunderstood? Mario. From Mario, jokes aside and back to the matter at hand, Sonic the Hedgehog, Joel Miller, much like Kratos, is a ruthless killer and overall a bad person. But he is an incredible character. All of the remorseless murder he commits in the first game pays off when he finally gets to settle down with the light of his life, Ellie. Kratos and Joel were hurt by the world, so they want to make the world hurt back. And yes, their actions do have consequences later in their life, but in the moment, you like them because they're jaded survivors who will kill anyone in their way, and you love them because they do it for the ones that they love.
Come on. With a common denominator.
The Wolf of Wall Street means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. To me, it's a witty critique on the American dream. To Jonah Hill, it's the reason he'll never make a good comedy movie again. Although he was the best part of that movie Don't Look Up.
This has been really stressful.
It's
on
been
all
a
of
lot.
us.
Yes, I will agree. It takes a heavy.
He just looks so bad.
But to the senior in high school that I met at a career fair last summer, the Wolf of Wall Street is the reason he wants to become a stockbroker. This kid saw the Wolf of Wall Street and didn't see a caricature of capitalism, but a love letter to it. Mind you, this is the movie where Jordan Belfort punches his wife in the stomach in a cocaine-fueled rage, kidnaps his child daughter, puts her in the front seat of his pearl white Lamborghini Countach, then drives straight through the 5-car garage door of his mansion, crashing shortly afterwards. This 18-year-old legal adult saw that movie and thought, I want to be just like the protagonist, Jordan Belfort. Now, at this point, I think humanity should go back to hunting and gathering and living in caves, but that's Tyler Durden's philosophy, and that comes later in the video. The film American Psycho has been getting a lot of attention on TikTok and Instagram. I mean, this scene alone is probably bigger to kids my age than the rest of the movie is. And whenever I see an edit of Patrick Bateman from American Psycho or Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street, I want to think that it comes from a good place of irony or mockery of the characters. But in reality, there are a lot of middle school boys on TikTok and Instagram, and frankly, they're not very good at picking good role models. My role models in middle school were YouTubers by the name of PewDiePie, iDubbbz, and H3H3, and let me tell you, these guys love saying a lot of unsavory words.
What a fucking
Listen, I don't want to be the guy that blames social media for the misguidedness of our youth, but you have to admit that it plays a big part. Arguably, the biggest part. For example, if you go on TikTok right now and look up The Wolf of Wall Street, the #1 result is going to be an account called The Wolf of Wall Street. It's going to be run by none other than the real Jordan Belfort, who the movie and book is based off of. And what's he doing on that TikTok account? Well, he has 3.5 million followers, and he's pretty much selling his websites and his book and his advice on how to be a good businessman. A good businessman, pretty much how to get rich quick, which was the exact well-documented grift he was pulling 30 years ago with his penny stocks, and now he's selling it to the new generation of young men. And never before have I felt more like I'm living in a dystopian future and I'm going to lose my mind. You know, I don't really want to talk about Joker, so we're just gonna get right into Fight Club. It's written by Dude, I said his name. You know what that means that I said? You know, Julian, you should really think before you speak. The Joker is actually a really cool character. He's a loner and he's a weirdo. And if you don't believe me, take it from me, the Joker. The Joker does make some good points. The Joker is pretty cool. In modern renditions of the character, he's usually dismantling those in power and collecting an army of loyal followers. And according to the YouTube channel Alpha Male Secrets, the Joker is one of the top 33 most alpha movie characters. Now I wonder why Mr. Alpha Male Secrets would have someone like Joker on his list. Is it because he has a cult following of loyal followers? No, it's not. Is it because he stands up for one wild and just cause? No, it's not that either. I'll let him explain it to you in his own words.
Just really embodied, like, these crazy characteristics about who the Joker actually is.
What?
Really embodied, like, these crazy characteristics.
So Joker's cool because he's crazy. All right, makes perfect sense. Let's just move on. Get to the next person on the list, and I swear to God, if it is Patrick Bateman, Jordan Belfort, or Tyler Durden, I'm gonna go into a cringe-induced coma.
Number 9 on my most alpha characters list is Tyler Durden from Fight Club. And Tyler obviously was played by Brad Pitt and Ed Norton.
If you watched Fight Club but didn't really pay that much attention, then you probably remember Tyler Durden for being super cool. And I mean, he is cool, you know? He walks cool, he talks cool, he smokes cigarettes. I think that's cool, you know? Marlboro Red, hit me up with a sponsorship, please. But to me, what makes Tyler Durden an admirable character is that he wants to change society for the better. He believes that these commodities that we've attached ourselves to suck our souls away, and the only way to block him out is to fight. But Tyler is a bad person, so his message gets across in a very bad way. At the end of the movie, in the book, he blows up a bunch of banks to get rid of all the money or something, because his solution to societal problems isn't reform, but it's chaos. You know, you like Joker and Tyler Durden because they're crazy, but you love them because they just want to make the world a better place. Our final character in our final category, Batman. I'll admit, I really like Batman. He's my favorite superhero, period. So it really grinds my gears when I see him in a movie where he's literally killing people. I've always noticed that for people who don't really read comics and just watch the Batman movies, that they like him because he beats criminals up within an inch of their life. But that's not why Batman is cool. Let me show you why Batman is cool. The trolley problem is an infamous moral dilemma, and it goes as follows. You are watching a trolley barrel down tracks, and it's about to run over 3 people. If you pull this lever right next to you, the trolley will diverge tracks and only run over 1 person. The dilemma here being you don't want to stand by and watch 3 people die, but you also don't want to be directly responsible for a person's death. So what do? Well, let me tell you what Batman would do. Joker has put me in another predicament. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna jump off this balcony, and while I'm gliding over here, I'm gonna grapple that guy, and I'm gonna pull him to me, but I can only carry 1 person in my grappling bat suit. So I'm gonna fall all the way back down to these 3 people right here. I'm gonna grab 2 with 1 hand, and 1 with the other, and yank them, right as the trolley comes whizzing by, and nearly lose my life. But it's okay, because I'm Batman, and I made it through and everyone lived. The Joker has killed hundreds of people, and yet if he was falling off of a skyscraper, Batman would swoop in and save him anyway. Batman does not compromise, and above all else, he values human life, and that's what makes him cool. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you for clapping for the right reasons.